Hey, I'm Lynx and I'm an All 3 Initiator main, and today you're going to notice that I'm in a map that currently isn't in the map pool, which is Pearl. And why am I on Pearl? It's because Pearl should be coming back on October 22nd along with Split again. At least I'm pretty sure it's October 22nd, but it's going to be in the next big patch anyway. So I've decided that I'm going to teach you guys some fade lineups and tips early on Pearl so you can be prepared for when it comes back into the ranked map pool. I'm pretty sure it's already in Swift Play and Unrated, though I'm not actually sure, as it's not very often I play either of them. But it's currently not in the ranked pool and it will be coming back. So I'm going to get you guys started and give you some early tips and lineups so you're ready for when it does come out on the map pool. First of all, I'm going to start off with tips. I'm going to give you a few fade tips. So if you're new here, then I'd definitely watch this. But if you're a viewer who's already watched my other fade guides or videos, then you can skip this part and go straight to where I start off with the tips and lineups. But these are the general tips for fade that you should be doing on every map, or you should at least know. So first of all, with the eye can be cancelled mid throw. So a normal throw would be like this, it will go all the way over here and land. But if I want to cut it off midway through, I can just click my bind I've pulled my eye out with. So in my case it's E. So if I click E again, then it's just going to fall flat on the floor. And you can do this to make it land on certain routes without having a set lineup. So you can kind of just do your own lineups on the spot like so. And this is a really nice thing to know. So if you're not very familiar with it, or you don't really know the timings of it, then probably just go in a custom and practice it, just so you can get used to the timings and get used to sticking it on roofs and understanding where it lands. You'll know where it lands because there's this green arrow underneath it, which indicates where it lands, like so. And this is also the same with the C's. So here you can see the same with the C's, completely the same. And this is nice for just making lineups on the spot, especially as a lot of the time you're not gonna have a set C's lineup, especially on attack. You're just kind of gonna chuck it with your teammates to combo neutral with, or just stick it where you think someone is to keep them in an angle or decay them, or even deafen them. As for my next tip, it's to do with prowlers. When I'm prowlering, I like to look at my map. So you're gonna see my massive map top left. And I always look at my map when I'm prowlering, just to make sure I'm clearing every corner when I'm going through. So I'll make sure I'm clearing left and right. And it's just a lot easier than me looking at my prowler when I'm prowlering, because I'm not gonna be able to see the corner of this wall while I'm looking at it. And my map, top left, isn't the default map, and a lot of you might not have this map, so I'm just going to quickly take you through my settings just so you can do my map. So here is my map settings. I have rotate on rotate, which you can put on fixed or rotate. It just basically changes when I rotate my character around, you'll see the map rotating. You don't have to have that on. I have keep player centered off. I have minimap size on 1.1, minimap zoom on 0.9. Minimap vision cones on, then show map region names on always, which is just these when I go on the massive map. And I recommend having a big map, as it generally shows a lot of information mid-round or even early round. And you don't need it just by playing Initiator. You should have this on all agents. This is a must tip. On every agent you should have a massive map, because just by the map alone you can see player icons and stuff from your team and the enemies, and it can give you so much information, like I said, early round, mid round, late round, and it can help you just gather information easier, or get reads on the enemy team, if they're playing a heavy more towards A or B. It can just help you generally win more rounds by having more information. Anyways, getting back into lineups, I'm going to start on A, then go to mid to B as usual, and I'm going to start on attack, then defense. So starting off with A, the main thing is you're gonna be down here, the barrier's gonna be here. And what I like to do early is I run down here, then I insta prowler for A main, because a lot of people like to try fight for this ult here, or they'll hold a line down here. So by prowlering, what I'm doing is I'm just pushing them off this line here and letting my team swing with the prowler just in case anyone is here, so they can get an easy kill. Then when I'm going out onto the A side, what I like to do is I come up to this box here and I hug the very left side of it. And I look all the way up at this bit here, and I'm going to do a run jump throw, and I'm going to throw it when it gets around here, so kind of aligned with this bit, like this.
Where are you?
And this eye lands all the way onto this roof, and it's a really nice eye, a god eye. It clears for the front side, even dugout it pings for, and back side of course, and even a little bit of art as well. So this eye lineup is really good. I think it's a god dart, honestly, it's a super good dart. Then once you do this eye, if you want to prowler for front sight maybe you got a ping there, or you're afraid someone could be there if they broke your eye, then definitely prowler for front sight too, it's really good. Then you also have a C's for back sight if you want to chuck it back sight to help your team entry with. Because you have to think, if I see someone backside, not only are they deafened, they're stuck there, like, they're also decayed as well. So if my duelist goes in or chucks a bit of like util with it, like a breach aftershock, we have a raise nade, like a KO molly, anything like that, then they're probably just gonna die in my C's anyway. But even if my like jet dashes out like back here and he's seized, my jet will probably just only have to hit him in the body once, because the guy's gonna be decayed from my C's anyway. You can also seize bits like dugout as well if you know anyone's there. And especially if I get in like an eye ping up here, like down here is all spammable through dugout. And that's like the same with over here as well, which you'll see. So you have to be careful that you don't get spammed through this as well. But it's spammable both ways, so keep that in mind. Then moving on to A-Link, what you're probably asking is, why am I actually here? So a really nice eye for taking art here is if you come into the A main corner here, and this is more for like an A split. So let's say we've got some of our teammates coming into art and I'm taking A main, I'm going to prowler for it after this. So you're going to see like this one pink leaf in the very open in the sky here, very faintly above my crosshair here. I'm going to put my crosshair on it and do a simple left click throw like so, and it's going to land all the way in the window, and this eye just scans straight for like art. So if I have any teammates coming in from here and I get any pings, they're going to be able to, one, spam this box if anyone's behind it, because a lot of people like to play behind it. And it also scans for this deep line here, which will just help them like run it down and execute. And meanwhile, I can just go down A main, I can do my prowler for it, and we have a nice A split already. But maybe we're defaulting more towards mid, or I just want to help the art players execute with my prowlers, then I can always just walk down here and just do it like a simple prowler down here. You probably want to like curve it behind the box here just to make sure to clear it properly. So something like that would be really nice. And obviously you have a second prowler if you really need to use it here. You have if you know someone's here, you can seize back here as well. That's a nice seize for anyone who's playing back here. It's quite a common spot people will play, or even like around here. Or like I said, once you get down here, you can probably just prowler again, quickly clear the left side, then the right, and that's a nice prowler. And when you get to like around here, or like just around here in art, or like even around this corner, you can just chuck your eye on top of this roof like so. It's not on like specific lineup, you just click E when you see it like on the roof, and this eye basically just lands for like the A main one. Just be careful, because if it's like more over this side of the roof instead of more on the edge, it's going to scan for a little less. That's why I'm saying, like, if you chuck it from here, you're probably going to get a little less of a scan, whereas if you chuck it from an angle like this, it's going to be a much better scan, but you have to be careful that you don't get, like, swung or shot from, like, this angle here. Then, if you don't use both prowlers just to take art, then you have a nice prowler to go out on site with, which you can either prowler for backside or front site if you can get some clear. And once again, we have nice seizes for dugout and backside. And this dugout seize is actually really good, because if you do like an eye like this on this roof like so and you get a ping, then you insta-seize back here and you have a really nice spam. But you don't even have to do this seize. Like if this eye pings, and this is literally a free kill if he's playing like really wide and your whole team can spam him. So just a nice little angle to get a kill on the dugout player, or force anyone who's playing like maybe close front side to like take a fight into main or into you, and it's generally a free kill. So A splits are really good for like taking the site from multiple angles and like just forcing the enemies into like bad positions and awful corners. Like we take a lot more space with it as well, which means for the post plant, like instead of planting more safe here, which is generally only a plant for main, we could plant like here, which is a plant for both main and art, which is like really good for our post plant, because not only do our enemies have to worry about A main now, they also have to worry about art. So now that I've covered A, I'm going to stick with the mid topic of this video, and we're going to go on to B Link, then B. So with B Link, what I like to do is, a lot of the time when you start off here, like you can jump on this box and you have two really nice eye lineups to take B Link with. So for the first one, you're going to come up to like the very right side here and just hug into this wall. And you're going to see this chimney, the very top of it. We're just going to bring our crosshair to the edge, then drag it all the way down to the second part of it. Then what we're going to do like a short run jump through like so. And when you land, you're not going to take any fall damage, so don't worry about that. And this eye is just going to land nicely up here, and it's going to ping for anything close, anything in this corner as well, and even a bit down here. So a really nice eye once again. But an alternative eye you can do if they are breaking it, or you want like a different scan, which I'll show you what it scans for, is if you come up to this box and just align with the very edge of it, and we're going to aim to the right side of this green like lantern, and we're going to do a jump through like so. This eye lands for like the opposite, so it scans more for like this angle down here, not so much for this corner, and it gets a deeper scan in this like little hallway here, and more like of this corner too. But obviously they could be like down here on the door, so Both of these eyes are really good. They kind of get deeper scans on everything else. So this one over here on like the further back of the roof will scan more deep here, more for this corner. And this one here will scan more for this hallway down here, and a lot wider for here as well. So generally you just want to think where the enemies have generally been playing, where you kind of want to scan more. But you don't have to overthink too much about the scan anyway, because by the time you get down here, we're going to just prowler down here anyway, just for our team to go in with. Unless like no one got pinged and we're like so certain there's no one there, then we won't have to use this prowler, but like 9 times out of 10 you're going to use it anyway. And a nice seize you can do here is, if you know someone's in this corner here, then you can just chuck a simple seize here, maybe combo it with util. Even back here, if you know someone's playing back there, we can do another seize, combo that with util as well. What I like to do from B-Link as well is it's quite easy to take connector from here, especially with Fade with your prowlers. Like you could take all this space here, maybe set up someone for a lurk. Or you could leave like a Killjoy or a Viper down here, and they could come here really late after we take B, and like maybe a kill here, or like walk all the way around here and try flank them. Or maybe we just know someone's like in connector and we want to like just take the fight to them, get the kill, then go somewhere else. Or we just have like info that there's a lot towards B and we'd like to take connector to maybe go into A. Like there's a lot of things you can do with connector, and it's a big amount of space, like a big chunk. And this cuts off like the enemies rotate massively as well, because normally enemies will rotate through spawn or connector through like this. And if we're taking this space, then one, they probably have to fight for it, or they're just going to have to take longer to rotate, which is going to give us a lot more time for our post plant, and we could get a kill off it. So taking connectors is not bad as long as you have like a plan. But once again, you have like really nice prowlers to take it. And going on to taking B from B-Link, whether you're doing this in like a B split, or our whole team's just rushing down from B-Link, or maybe we just have like one like holding B and like our team's mainly in B-Link. So what I like to do when I'm running down these stairs, and you're probably going to want to practice this eye lineup in customs quite a bit, because it's nothing specific and you're going to want to click E for it to land on the roof. But I aim above this roof here, the right side of it, and I do like a run jump through like so, and I'm going to see like the green arrow, and I'm just going to click E when I want it to land, and it lands right at the corner. So once again, you're probably just going to want to practice this in custom. It's nothing specific, and I kind of just do it on the go, because it's quite an easy one to land once you get the timing right. And it just pings for anything screen, even a bit of heaven if it's not smoked, back here, like all of sight, and even a bit back here, but obviously not this corner. And it's just a really nice eye to like land on B, and obviously by the time you get down here, you have really nice prowlers to go out with if you really need. And that's generally just how I take B from B-Link. And it's a really nice way to split B and get your team out really fast, as well as like support the B player if you have like one late B. Like this eye up here will even scan for like pillar or close here. So if your teammate's playing super slow down here, then like it still pings for information for them, which is really nice. Then moving on to B, what I like to do is I run all the way down to this wall here, and I do an insta prowler, and I just curve it right around the wall, then I make sure to clear pillar with it. So this prowler down here, it clears for everything, it goes into pillar, and the prowler will lock onto anyone here if they are here. And if we know anyone's behind the pillar or like here, and they don't have abilities like chamber TP or jet dash to get out, once again, really nice seizes here which we can combo with util, like back here or behind pillar. So super nice util. And by the time we take this space and our team have played off our prowlers and we've got the information with it, if we manage to get behind pillar, then you're gonna see like 2 crosses, so there's 1 here, then 2 here. They're gonna come up to the second one, align with it completely, and you're gonna see like the very like where this like roof meets with like this pillar here. So where my crosshair is, we're gonna do a simple jump through like so, and this eye lands all the way up here, like nicely on top of this bit here. And once again, it scans for screen, it scans for like anything side. Like a little bit deeper all this one as well, especially with this corner too, which is really nice. And even a bit heaven, but obviously you should have that smoked, so just keep that in mind. There's another eye lineup I have for B, which is actually a really good god lineup, but the problem is you're really exposed here, so I'd say only do this lineup if you're smoked off here, because there's 1, 2, 3 angles if the guy jumps onto the box. So just be really careful. Is if you come into this corner here, it's really faint on my screen because I found no graphics, but there is actually like a dot here where my crosshair is. And I'm going to put my crosshair where the dot is, and I'm not sure if you can see it because once again it's really faint. There's like dots all across, like bolts, and I'm going to put my crosshair against this one above this like brown bit here. I'm gonna do a simple jump throw like so, and this eye lands all the way over here, and it scans really deep screen, really deep back here, all front sight, and even a bit of B link all the way back here. So really, really nice eye lineup, which once again I think it's a good dart. It nearly clears the full corner, but not fully either. So you just care of that, and it's just a nice like eye lineup you can do, and it's quite unexpected as well. It's really far out, and once again it just scans for so much. And also, like, if you get any pings for screen, you have really nice seizes for back here, which you can combo with U-Tool. If you know anyone's in this corner, like back here, once again, really good seizes. Then by the time we get down to this point, if we need to use our Prowler to help anyone on site, or like just Prowler for screen, generally you're going to do it, like, once again, I can't really show you like too many Prowlers, as it's more situational, and you're going to have to like base it off what your eye pings, what info you have, what Prowlers your teams need. Like, am I going to Prowler for like screen for my team? Do they need it for sight? Maybe I'm all the way down here, but they need a Prowler to help them like take back sight, so I'm just gonna Prowler it for them. And then generally when it comes to post plant on B, you're just gonna like plant here if possible, then you're just gonna play back long, and then you can just be really annoying once again with your eyes. Like you can play back pillar, and like they can't shoot me when I'm playing back pillar, so I can just do this eye lineup once again and just wait for it to ping anyone. And then if it gets a ping, we know they're not on bomb, then we don't have to peek. And we just kind of play from back here, and we just like jiggle, we shoot, we do what we need to do. If I have my C's, I can chuck it early, because once again, it decays people, I can combo it with U-Tool. And a lot of the time when you get the bomb down here and you play like long B, like it's really hard for the enemies to win the round, because you can just spam through any smoke here, you can just jiggle, like peek and like fight them. Like it's really hard for them to fight it unless they have like a Sage Wall or like a Harbor Cove. And like it's super annoying to just retake from like when the enemies are playing so far back, because like you kind of have to like pick something. Like, do we want to fight it? But if we fight it, then we risk like dying, we risk wasting so much time and not having enough time for the bomb. Or are we just gonna try like stick it out, beat them in like raw aim gunfights like so? Yeah, and it's like really hard for the defenders to know what to do. So super good way to play post spawn here. Now moving on to defense A, an eye lineup I love to do for early information on A, or to even contest this orb to take it, is if you come up to this very side of the wall here, like you just hug like to the very side of it, and you're gonna see where my crosshair is at this bottom roof. Where it kind of meets with this wall, we're gonna put the crosshair, and we're just gonna do a simple jump throw. And this eye lands all the way up here, and it scans for literally everything in A main, so all the way down here, anything down here. And it's just really nice. And off it, if no one gets pinged, you can walk up, grab orb. Or if you really want to fight for it and your team's with you, then you can even come around here and Prowler for it and try to like take the fight to them. If you really want the orb or really want to take the space in A main to contest it. But if not, and you just got the early info, then you can fall back on it, or even take the space if no one's pinged. And you can kind of like work around it. Like early information like that is really good. Because if we know the enemy's not there, then we get free orb, we can hold this line, and we can keep on just jiggling on this line, just like so we know that no one's there. But if we do ping anyone, and we don't want to fight for the orb, we can drop back to like backside, or even over here, which is really nice, and we can like help our art player, or we can play for like backside and play for the execute. Or something I really love to do is play in dugout, and the reason being why is, especially if you have like an Odin or even a Phantom, if I chuck my eye on top of this yellow roof or like this balcony on the yellow house here when the enemy's executing, this eye up here, it's nothing like specific or anything, it's just like super far back here. But this eye, no matter like how far I chuck it, if I do it more towards the edge, which you'll probably want to do, or even like super on top of this roof, like up here, it's gonna be like a really good eye basically. And it's gonna scan for basically everything like front sight, mid sight, even back sight, and even art. So really good eye you can do from dugout. And off this, like I said on attack, this whole wall is like spammable, like I can shoot through this whole wall. So off this eye, if I get any good pings, they're literally just free kills. They're sitting ducks, they're trying to run out on site, execute. They're worried about anyone who could be backside, close left, anyone like A link. And I'm just here eyeing like somewhere where they have to look really high up to break it anyway. And I'm just spamming them when they walk out, so it's just free kills. And obviously what I can do as well is when they're executing, I can even like seize main, so like anyone who is trying to walk out can't, and anyone who's already walked out is kind of already isolated as well. And I can use my Prowlers and kind of like glide them off the back wall like so I can isolate fights. That way I'm not like fighting while holding out my Prowler and like looking left and right. And And I can kind of glide it as if it's like a sky flash on the wall, just to see if it pings onto anyone like so, and I can swing off it possibly, or like even like peek the other side off it if no one gets pinged here. I know someone's probably like around the other side, or I can even walk with it this side. There's so many things you can do to like play around things, play with around your util and stuff. You just kind of have to be a bit creative as well. As for retaking A, it kind of depends where you're retaking from. If we're retaking A from A-Link, then once again you have nice prowlers from here to like take A-Link, like I said on attack, you have like a nice eye up here. And if we're like stuck in mid-connector, maybe we came from B, we're obviously going to want a prowler to clear like R or like A-Link, like anywhere like around here that they could be, or we have info on. Then once we take the space, we know no one can peek us like in this corner, then you could come up here and like look at where these like the side of the roof meets the very top of it. We're gonna do a run jump through like so, and this eye is a god eye, like a god retake eye for A, and it's gonna scan everything on site, down here, front side, back side, literally so far secret, and a lot of A main as well, like a lot of A main. Maybe not deep corner here or deep corner here, but a lot of it is scanned. Like so much is scanned off this eye, and it's a really good retake eye, and definitely the best you could do. And then off this, once again, really nice prowlers, and it just helps you when you're executing and your team. It gathers so much information for your team to play off, to spam off if anyone's in a position to. Like if we're smoked off here and I get a really good ping, then my teammates can get a really nice spam from here. Same if like I from up here, I can be prepared to like spam. But when I'm doing these eyes, I want to make sure my team know I'm jumping these eyes. So I'm going to say like, I'm going to eye for this, like be prepared to spam on A side. I want to make sure my team are ready and prepared to spam and play off my eye. Because if they're not, maybe they're like reloading or holding their knife out. Maybe they're just not prepared to spam off my eye. And it's kind of a waste of util, or not a waste, but like it could have been so much more value if I called like to my teammates to get ready to spam. Then obviously when retaking from CT, you have really nice prowlers from like for flowers and for secret, which just push the enemies off and give you more info. Then when you're kind of around here, you can just kind of like chuck your eye however you want. So like if I want my eye to land on top of this roof here, then I can just kind of click E whenever I want it to land. Obviously this is something you're going to want to practice in customs, like trying to get it on this roof, but like it clears for a lot of backside and front side, even a bit of main if it's not smoked off. Or if I want to stick my eye up here, like I can just easily chuck it up here as well. You just kind of do these eyes on the go. That I wouldn't say there's anything specific from CT or flowers, but there's really nice eye lineups you can make up on the go, which give you really good information. Just be like careful, because like if I eye up here, it's not going to ping for down here, which isn't a problem. We just have to make sure we're aware of it, and so is our team. So like we know they could be here. Or like if I'm in flowers, once again I can chuck it up here, but I could be smoked off here as well, which you have to think of. If I'm smoked off here, I could probably just prowler for backside like so, or I could save a prowler to prowler out here like this, and this clears like a lot of side. As for when I'm on site, what I can do, I can use my seizes in corners like this, or like even like here if you have info on them to combo with teammates or just keep them stuck, which is just a really nice way once again to use seizes. A lot of the time I don't see like people using their seizes to like their full potential or their max amount of value, and we're trying to like maximize the amount of value we can get out of all our util as fade, or whatever character we're playing, as it's really important. And it makes a difference normally between like a good fade player and a really great fade player. Is how they use your util, how you like get value out of it. Are you comboing it with teammates? Are you calling your eyes? Are you calling your prowlers? Are you prowling to push people off lines? Are you helping your team with your util? That type of thing. And it's really important. Then moving on to R or A link, if I come into this like corner in the box here, and early like I can do for A main from here is if I look into this corner for the painting and I just do a left click throw, this once again lands in a window, and it's just a nice early scan for down here, and even like a little bit around this corner, though not a ton, but it's once again just a really nice eye. Then obviously I can like run up here, I can do like prowlers for mid if we want to take mid, we can smoke for mid, take the mid control of my prowlers. I could even like chuck an eye like this, which is a very simple eye, but it hits for like literally everything in like mid if you want info, but once again really easy to break. If we're trying to fight for like mid shops, so maybe we smoke here, my team's trying to like path into shops, I can kind of do like simple seizes like this to like land back here to combo with util if we really want to. Or just once again, like these guys are going to be deafened if they're seized here, and my team can just run at them. Or we can combo it with a raise nade if we know like one's peeking here. I can, if I got a raise, I can say like raise, come combo with this with me. and we can just chuck it like this. Or, like I said, just really nice prowlers to cover the whole of mid. Even if we don't want to take it early, maybe we just want mid-round information on mid, or like mid-round my teammates want to peek out from R or mid doors, then I can do these prowlers to help them like know where to pre-aim, or even an eye to like get a ping, and they can spam it through like this wood door over here if I get a really nice ping. Which leads me on to the next thing is B-Link. And B-Link I have so many eyes from, there's so many good eyes for mid and also supporting B. And I love playing B-Link as Fade, I think it's really fun and really good. Like you're gonna see this door here, if I come up and hug this door like into the middle of the window and I aim above this guy's head on the statue and I do a jump through like so, this eye is a perfect eye for mid, scans even a bit back shops and literally everything mid, and the enemies have to look so high to break this. And once again, after I do this eye, I could run down here, try to spam anyone I see. Maybe they're in like mid-top or something, I get a free kill. Or if I'm just chucking it for general information, then that's also like really good value. An eye that's really good for like pinging mid-chops early if you want info there is if you come into this corner here and you aim at the very top of this roof where it meets with like the corner of it, is you just aim there and do a simple jump through like so. This eye just lands on top here and it just scans for anything like nicely in shops and even like quite deep in top mid as well, and even quite a bit of mid anyway. So once again, really nice like lineup if your team want to like push out here or get general info, or if they're taking mid round or like early round. So really nice. But moving on to like the support B lineups is once again you have this eye like the attack lineups, which just lands on this roof here and pings for anyone like down here or even like behind the smoke here. So my teammates on B could like spam anyone if we have a smoke here. They can spam anyone through it. If they're playing screen, they can spam through the screen like so. So really nice like eye lineup to support them. Then another lineup you can do is if you're on this platform here and you aim between like this roof and this tower here, we just do like a short like little like run jump through like so. Then this eye is gonna land on top of this like tree here, and it's gonna scan for anything down like behind pillar, even like deep ramp, and it's like a super like good eye to do mid or late round if we're unsure where the enemy's ending. Like if we know they put pressure towards B but then they went quiet, we can do this eye to just give us general information on what's going on in B main. If we ping no one, then maybe we can stack more heavy towards A, or if we ping a lot, then we could maybe assume that the enemy's going to end on a B hit, so we can just stack more towards A, or just be prepared for a full out hit on B. So just, once again, really nice ways to use your eyes to support teammates, to get general early information, to get mid-round, late-round information. And these eyes are going to give you like a lot of value in your games. They're going to help you like have more information, get better reads on the enemy, like just have a lot better rotations as well, and even like get kills off your eyes as well, which is always like really nice. Then obviously once again, really nice prowlers, the same as art from B-Link, which you can like even like put into mid-chops if you really want to. But it's up to you if you want to use a prowler like really early. Or maybe you only do that if we're like afraid someone could be mid-round and we have like no eye. Maybe you could prowler just for info, like a simple prowler like this to clear it all, and the same from art. Or if we're taking it really early or trying to set a teammate up to get a kill, then use a prowler. I wouldn't say like just use it randomly. Like if we know someone's there, don't panic and just chuck it. Like if we already have the information but we're like not pushing into them, let's just not give away a prowler for free. Like remember, like prowlers do cost money, and we want to make sure our economy is like still good, and we don't want to be like wasting util for no reason. Then moving on to B, when you're taking B, or if you do want to take B, then you have like a really nice C's here as well early. So if we run all the way down and do the C, anyone who's caught in it is obviously going to be deafened, they're going to be stuck and decayed. We can combo it with like a raise nade or whatever util your teammates have. We can even do like simple eyes like this from all the way back here, which just land here and give us general information. Generally when I play B, I like to play more like backside, maybe even heaven, maybe like behind this pillar. Just because when I play like back here on backside, I have like really nice eyes for like once again up on this roof, which not only can I get information off, but if it pings anyone behind the smoke here, I can spam off it. If the enemies like walk down and I'm smoked off, which I probably won't be because generally you see a lot of people smoke here or here, but I can swing off this eye, and I even have like nice prowlers to keep like backside contested, or even nice eases to stall them from taking here. And I can just stall a lot with my util and play off it really well to guarantee me some kills. Then like even if I'm playing from like B-Link, I can spam the plant from here. This is like a really nice way to spam plant. I can seize from here. If I'm playing under here, I can spam the plant from here if I'm smoked off. I can seize the plant from here. Like, there's so many good ways to play around your util and stuff. Like, it's really amazing. You're just gonna have to be like really creative. Once again, it's really situational. I'm just trying to give you some ideas of what you could do. But there's some like really good ways to just spam for the post, keep B contested, like keep fighting for space, which I really like. Then generally when it comes to retaking B, I'm gonna start with B Link. Once again, we have this attack eye onto this roof. And once again, we have this eye between this roof and this tower, like so. And I would chuck this eye here if we know they've already planted and we're like pretty certain they're playing post plant back here, because I can get information on anyone who's playing post plant back here, which can help my team push. Or if we only ping like one or two, or even none of them, then we know they're probably playing more heavy towards site. This eye on top of here is once again really good. It doesn't scan behind the pillar, but it does scan for like back ramp and here. So it's also good for like info on who's pillar and like screen and like site. If we're like, especially if we're afraid they could be like mid site still, or like peeking into us, this is a really good eye to chuck. Whereas this one on top of this tree is more for if we're afraid they're playing like really heavy back on post plant and we want some pings. We also have really good prowlers to go out with, so this prowler here can basically just clear the whole of front side. Have nice seizes for like back here if we know someone's playing back here, or even back screen. Then if I'm coming from CT, I have really nice prowlers obviously for back site, like so. Even just for mainly for site in general. And I can always do like simple eyes from CT like this and just kind of make them land on the roof. Once again, nothing specific. I'm gonna have to click E when I want it to land. And these eyes just kind of ping for like anything front or screen, which is just like a nice eye for general information. Or if I want to save my eye for like, once again, like this roof, or like just even chuck it like really far back over here where they won't expect it, then I can do an eye like that to like catch the enemies off guard and even spam through smokes like here if I get any pings from this eye as well, which is really nice. And that's just general ways to use your util on retakes, and really nice eyes to get information, get spam kills, and help our team retake onto the site. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope this video helped you out when trying to learn Fade on Pearl, and I hope I reminded you of a few lineups that you may knew of, or maybe I've just taught you like so many new lineups, and hopefully that's helped you out. If you'd like to recommend what agent or map you'd like to see next, then comment it down below, or join my Discord server. I do have a Discord server which I'm trying to grow out, and I'm trying to build a community on there which I can do stuff with, I can talk to, give you guys like tips. You can ask me all sorts of questions. I'd love to like respond to all of your questions. I also have a Twitch which I should be streaming on soon, so make sure to leave a follow on there. And obviously if you go to my description, I have a lot of socials. I also have like Twitter and TikTok, so if you'd like to stay like updated or like more connected with me, then definitely like leave a follow on both of them. And anyways, that's it for this video, like I said, and thanks for watching.